Yeah, they took like 70 something books out of the Bible
for political gain. And they blasphemed Mary, who was not like what they said she was. She was actually very close to Jesus. And in the book of Mary, she told them all these like spiritual things that sounded more like the book of Thoth than anything that any of the teaching that the disciples were used for. And they can Matthew and like James or somebody got into an argument, and they said that one of them said that she was lying, and
what's the point of this?
And then Matthew backed her up, and he said, she's one of us. And if he told her all these things and didn't tell us these things, then he must love her so much more. And so that's in the book of Mary. And after that, it just trails off. That's all I could find in the Broward County Library. So there's a lot we don't know.
You can start reading Greek Septuagint.
Greek Septuagint?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll look it up. What is that?
Yeah, LXX is what it's called.
You want some heater? You're alright.
I am starving.
I know, right? Just drink from the bottle, because I don't know how many of the bottle, like the big bottle. Just look around, whatever the fuck I got here, eat it. But my thing is like, at the end of the day, does any of this really matter if you don't have any money?
What?
Does any of this really matter if you don't have any money?
Yeah.
For what?
What, life?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I mean, you can still make a difference without money. I mean, of course, like the good book says, you must work to eat.
But does that mean that you can't just work spiritually?
You can, but you have to remember that the spirit is attached to your physical body right now. I mean, when it's just your spirit alone, and you're not bound
it gets
by
scary.
life and death.
It gets scary. It gets scary.
What?
When you get there.
Well, if you're on the wrong side of things, I said it would be scary.
Nah, I bet that side doesn't exist when you get there.
Well, yeah, money is like the furthest thing from your mind at that point.
No, I'm talking about the other thing.
What
like the negative. The negative.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like it's all abundant.
Yeah, in some places. Depends on the spirit.
As soon as you realize that there's just one, there's just one. There's just one. And once you realize that it's just one, and it's more spiritual than anything else, because at the end of the day, right now we're just thinking about whatever we're talking about in general. So it's almost like it's like a guided on this percent.
Interesting.
What part?
The collective.
The collective. Y'all?
Of pi.
Huh?
The collective
Pi?
of pi. Pi. P-I. You ever? Ooh, echo. Jeez.
Say it again. He didn't hear you because I was on mute.
The collective of pi. You ever thought about pi? Pi is a very interesting symbol. And it's funny and very coincidental that pi in number form starts with a 3. But pi is infinity, and it starts with 3.
Oh, the Trinity infinity.
Mind blown.
Yo, you my dog, bro.
And all the numbers after the decimal come after that. Every single number is behind the 3, but it's a 3.
Now,
The whole is a 3, and all the impartials is every other number.
right. Have you ever looked up the etymology of the English words and how we're being oppressed just by the language?
I have. It's rough. It's a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Maybe
ask me
1,200 pages.
ask me one of the questions that you're having. Ask me a question of maybe an issue of slowness or uncertainty, if there's any.
All right.
What are you doing? You're turning off my light. Huh? The one all the way to the right.
See, I mean, I'm trying to find that.
Okay. You know, I'm only asking. I don't know, you're just breaking up.
I was saying everything is fast.
The reason why I say this is because I think I'm coming from a statement from whatever you just said. What'd you say about the consciousness?
Oh, you mean the collective of pi?
There you go. Collective consciousness. So when I said to ask me a question, I'm thinking any question in the whole world. And just ask me something crazy, bro. And I want to see my response to it and what you think about my response.
Okay.
Come on.
Why is this event now?
Why is this event now? Okay. The event is now because, in essence, that's all there is. So any event that's happening is happening now, unless you're thinking about something that you know is not in the now. But then it's not really an event because an event, or it could be an event because what kind of definition of the event are we coming from? That's why the words are very scary to me because I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? I might mean something about an event and you might mean something totally different. So who's at fault? Me? You? Who's right? Who's wrong? Me? You? The only person that's wrong is the one that is not trying to learn or just understand in general, you know, what's going on here. How'd I do?
I think you got it.
Huh?
I think you got it.
I know I do though. But my thing is this, is, you know, you can't get cocky. You gotta be humble. Okay? In the beginning, I don't know if you remember, the more I did it, or the more I talked about it, it would go right away. Just like I told you about the girl when she said that shit to me. Don't say anything, it's gonna go away. I said, holy shit, it's fucking me. You know what I'm saying? I said it's not her. And you know, it's just not good.
There's something else that's puzzling.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Is this another question?
Somewhat.
Yes. Oh, no. Go ahead. I can't wait to hear it.
Does it ever seem weird that we are breathing in the fabric of space and time? Nothing is actually separated, but it's all connected. And I'm literally breathing in all the particles of space and time.
Okay, but see that right there. You see, these are the vibrational frequency questions and concerns and conversations that I've been searching for since the day we met. So, it's I need you to repeat the question for me real quick. It was about it was just, if you could repeat it real quick.
Say again?
Could you just repeat the question for me real quick? Because it was a very, very good question. You heard me? Hello?
I did.
Oh, you did?
But I'm not really sure where it came from. It kind of just came to me. I said it, and it's gone.
And it's gone, exactly. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So listen. But you can feel it, though.
Oh, yeah.
You see, but how many people have you come in contact with? I know I've asked you this before, and I know you have, some people you talk to, right?
Oh, yeah. There's a whole bunch of.
But how often are you talking like this with people?
I'd say 5 times a week. Oh, there's that number again, and my number on this board is 5. Ain't that crazy?
I know. Look, my diamonds are 3. Hey, listen, I always go to 3. I always want as many 3s as I can. And we're talking about pi with 3.
You're right. And that happened at 5:42 a.m. There's a 5. The 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 minus 6
Is
minus
all 3?
5. 1.
Thought 3. Yeah, 1, 3. Look, 6, 5, right? 4, 2, 5. I don't even know. I'm getting fucked up now. The electricity, it right there wasn't even electricity. It was more of straight wavelength or vibration.
It's 1. Yeah, it's 1, but it's also 3 because 4 minus 2 is 2, and 5 minus 2 is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the 3 that Tesla said about that? Because I know that it was 2 frequency and vibration. Oh, I can't remember the last one.
Oh, do you know what he's talking about or no?
Nikola Tesla.
We heard you. Hertz.
No, frequency, vibration, and
okay, the frequency, vibration.
I'll look it up right now.
Frequency, vibration. But okay, my thing is this, right? Whenever I'm, recording, I never like to bring up names like that. Do you get my point right there?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, he was noble. He wanted to get.
I don't. But see, that's what I'm saying. But you see, so why do I say don't bring up the name?
I'm not sure. Enlighten me.
But okay, well, why do you think I say don't bring up the name?
Safety reasons.
Safety reasons.
Oh,
you see, not even necessarily safety reasons, but that's a good fucking point. But I say it because it doesn't matter where you got it from because you're the one saying it. So anybody that's hearing it should have a reference of where it came from, essence. So when you're bringing up that name or any name in general, you're taking away from our power here. Or not our power, but our energy. Am I right on that part? Or is that just way off?
Yeah, because your thought, the power behind your thought and how it moves is going somewhere else. and then coming back, and then going somewhere else, and then you're losing energy.
So that's when. So it's better to just not say that name and just keep going with your words.
But I was,
in general speaking now.
But I was just trying to find the quote because it goes right into what you were saying, and I found it. Look, it's if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
He said the scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. I think that's a beautiful quote.
Yeah.
But energy, frequency, and vibration, that's
all I studied.
Yeah.
But it's all in your mindset though. It's all a mindset thing. It's all in your mind. Mind over matter.
But yeah, you have to make sure that you reload on your energy. You have to start pulling it from different sources. We can have times where we talk about other people. It's fine, but make sure you have enough energy to keep going what we have going.
Exactly.
What I do when I have something that comes from in me, like the statement I made before, it comes from me and it goes through its life cycle and then it ends with me. If that makes sense.
It does but the thing is, it was why. But was it a seed, or was it? You understand?
Well, yeah.
Do you feel pressure ever in your ears per se?
Oh yeah. What?
Like as we're talking though, do you feel like your energy or your vibrational jump up and down?
From time to time they do.
Okay. Now with
if they get too high, that's when stuff starts to happen around you.
What do you mean by that though? When it gets too high?
Like when you interpret something like danger, your adrenaline kicks in before you know what the danger is. Your energy is going up before you even can compute what is about to happen. If that makes sense. That's a really good analogy for your energy, because adrenaline is a powerful element.
Yeah. It's the most important thing in life is just realizing that if you the thing is you just hear when you hear that noise in your ear, it's just weird because it's like just it's not no one's really that dumb, are they? Or do you think that there's really levels to this kind of consciousness? Like, what would you say if you had to describe me at my funeral? What would you say?
I would say 3 words. Oh, there it is again. You didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I know. I said peace, love, and happiness. I don't know what he's going to say though. Go on, peace.
Rest in pieces. Are you that is that? No, sorry. I'm so glad you got that. That was a joke, because some people on here are so rude.
I would say 3 words. My 3 words is anti-cognitive dissonance.
Anti-cognitive dissonance? Okay, no idea what that means, but I would love to know. Does it have to do with quantum anything? Because every time I hear a word like that, it's fucking quantum shit. Excuse me, friend.
I'm going to give you the summary definition of what it is. Not the actual definition, but it's a summary definition. Here is the summary definition with a quote. Sometimes people hold a core belief that is very strong. When they are presented with evidence that works against that belief, the new evidence cannot be accepted. It would create a feeling that is extremely uncomfortable called cognitive dissonance. And because it is so important to protect the core belief, they will rationalize, ignore, and even deny anything that doesn't fit in with the core belief.
So
Think about a person that's anti that.
Think about a person that what that?
That is anti that, opposite of that.
Me. So, what, you mean like anti-ignorance? One that searches for knowledge? Thirst for knowledge even?
Possibly.
But see, we're, when you learn things that they're doing, and I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about the far-fetched, like, obviously not true, like,
Just get to the point.
theories, but, my bad. I'll get back to that. I forgot what I was saying, because I forgot what I said before that.
No worries. Basically, in a world like ours, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I do know. Because where did that knowledge come from? That's where knowing comes from. Knowing is knowledge. But who originally gave me that knowledge? Or where did I get it from? And who's to say that they're correct?
Okay, so this is my thing now, right? So the first thing I said was, you know, at my funeral, what would you say about me? And you said 3 words that I've never even heard of in my life. I mean, I've heard of cognitive.
You're right.
But can you say those 3 words again for me slowly so I can tell you what
Anti-cognitive dissonance.
Okay, so, and then you said somebody that would be the complete opposite. So, and then you said, you know, I don't know what I don't, you know, because what we said was, you know, sometimes we have these thoughts or we say these things that come from, you know, somewhere where it's just their lifespan is what, 2 seconds. So,
Right.
but the thing is we have a lot of those thoughts and they're worth $1 million ideas,
Yeah.
you know, and we never follow them because the system is set up for failure in many ways, but it's also set up for success, you know. But you said, how does, you say I'm going away from it, but the thing is, when somebody can correct themselves on a level where they're coming from their words like I am right now and try to really understand how he understands what he understands because of, you know, so what I'm saying is when I started this journey, I was in my mother's womb. You know, I was hidden from the world. I wasn't given no nutrients, nothing. When I came into this physical, you know, breath, they wanted to put me up for adoption.
Are you that like?
And for whatever reason, I stayed here with my mom and my grandma. You know, we moved to Florida, whatever, 32 years later, okay? I got 3 kids. I'm about to be 33, man, my favorite number. You understand? So, where I'm at now is what we're talking about. Beliefs. Why do people believe? Is it their core belief? Is their core belief changeable? Is it, you know, that's what I am. I'm proof that, you know, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm proof of. I'm proof of my own life. But it's about believing and researching what you're believing. Because you can't just take anybody's word for it. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, your father, your dad, your I guess it's the same thing. You know, the only person you really can believe is you and God. You know, and I speak of this only because I know it's true. Because, listen, everything in my life came from God, number 1. But number 2, I can put the pieces together to give examples of how I know. Because my mom is Jewish. My dad, Roman Catholic. Never met him. Talked to him, yeah. Never met anybody in his family. My mom's dad, same thing. Never talked to any one of them, right? So, it's just the belief system, right? As a little kid, 8 years old, I'm up in my bed talking to God as my dad, my father. You know what I'm saying? Nobody told me that. I'm growing up with Jewish people. They don't get up in their bed and pray on their knees and telling you, Father God. Right? Exactly. So, and then my journey shifted when I was about 13. I met a Rastafarian, and what I'm learning now is the Rastafarians, are from the beginning. And I don't even know, it doesn't matter. But one of the things he told me was, don't look at everything so literally, And then Jesus talking about read the parable, talks in parables. You know how many people have told me that I talk in parables in the last week? But then on top of that, do you know how many people I've inspired since Meet Me? I mean, you've seen it. You've heard it. Even if she was talking shit straight out of her ass. Listen, do you know how many times I would go over there and she'd be like, look, it's the alien god. Like, and I'm waiting to hear her call somebody else the alien god, but I don't think she has yet. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, those are little seeds for me. That, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the belief system and changing it, it's very hard. Everything in life is very hard until you tell yourself, no, it's not. It's easy. And then when you want to tell yourself it's hard again, you just keep telling yourself it's easy. It's just like 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Every day you got to take one down until that thought, or whatever you want to call it, is always going to be there of doubt until you investigate whatever it is. But you have to accept your situation, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter really about anybody else but yourself.
Right.
And I went 6 minutes there, so we'll see how that one does.
I think this is the best one we've done, Doc. We're covering a lot of ground.
Nah, that one I just put on my